Welcome back to the trail with Mushy the Cowboy Cook. Today, this morning actually, we're going to fix this a pot of coffee, Cowboy style. The brand we're using today is Arbuckles. They're out of Arizona, and it's actually the coffee that they call it the coffee that won the West, because it was the first coffee that actually could travel across country. Back in the 1800s and before, you typically had a green coffee bean, and then you'd have to roast it yourself. Well, if you burnt one bean, it would ruin the batch. And if you bought roasted coffee and tried to travel for a number of days, it will mold on you. Well, Arbuckles came up with a way to preserve the roasted bean using egg whites. This video is not sponsored by Arbuckles, but we do enjoy the coffee, and it's an authentic coffee used by the cowboys back in the 1800s. Let's get into the video. All right, here's the coffee. That's a 1 pound bag from Arbuckles. This is their Ariosa coffee. Every 1 pound you buy, you get a peppermint stick. And the cooks on the chuck wagons quickly figured out that could be an incentive to get the cowboys on the crew to grind the coffee. You got a nice little peppermint stick, because remember, out on the cattle trail, you're out there for months on end, and to get a little treat like a piece of hard candy, it would definitely worth grinding the coffee for the day. We're going to go through the process of how we make our coffee. All right, we've got our coffee pot. What we do is we heat up the water a little bit, and then we've got the pot about 2/3 full on this particular coffee pot, and it hangs on what's called a coffee tipper. The coffee tipper, all you do is pull down on the handle here. It picks up and tips the coffee pot, and the coffee will come out. That way you don't have to handle the hot pot. It's you'll see it on chuck wagons all over. I found this one actually out west at a chuck wagon show, and we've made a few. Had a blacksmith make us a few of them. Works like a charm. So as the water's heating up, we grind some coffee. So let's go over and grind a little bit of coffee. All right, here's our coffee grinder. This particular brand is Royal. All metal and cast iron little cup to catch it. And it's mounted right here on the side of the wagons. And like I said, Cookie would try and get one of the cowboys to grind the coffee. So we're going to grind some up. Here's the peppermint stick. Comes with every pound package. All you do is just load up the coffee. And we fill up 3 of these cups. It's a coarse grind, and I believe those modern electric ones, you can actually set the type of grind you want on it. If you can see that fairly well, it's a pretty coarse grind on it. Let me finish this up and we'll get it in the pot and get it cooking or boiling. All right, we've got the water heated up. All we're going to do is pour the coffee grinds in there. And then we're going to give it a stir. What we're going to do is boil the coffee, and then we'll taste it, see how if it tastes all right or need to boil it some more. And then what we'll do, we'll pour a cup of cold water down in the spout, and what that's going to do is drop the grounds to the bottom of the pot, and then when you slowly tip it out, the grounds stay pretty much at the bottom. But the cold water shocks the pot, and those coffee grounds drop to the bottom. So we'll be back whenever we pour us up a cup. All right, here's the coffee. We serve it one way, black. We have no cream, no sugar out here. I don't drink coffee, but I'm happy to pass my cup along to someone else.
Thank
That's
you,
hot.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.